Have you ever wondered why fighters are called the Notorious, Bones, the Last Stylebender, or Blessed? Some nicknames are terrifying, some are hilarious, and some have stories so crazy that they became more famous than the fighter's real name. Today, we're diving into the origins behind the most iconic UFC nicknames ever, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how these legends earned them. Let's begin. Let's start with one of the biggest stars in combat sports history. Conor McGregor's nickname, the Notorious, wasn't given to him by fans. It came from his reputation. As Conor rose through the ranks, he became known for saying outrageous things, predicting fights, and backing up every word. He wasn't just famous, he was notorious. Love him or hate him, everyone knew his name, and that's exactly what made the nickname perfect. Next up is Jon Jones. The nickname Bones dates back to his high school years. Jon was incredibly skinny and tall. His friends joked that he looked like a walking skeleton. Instead of rejecting the nickname, he embraced it. Years later, that skinny teenager became one of the most dominant champions the sport has ever seen. Israel Adesanya may have the coolest nickname in UFC history. The Last Stylebender is inspired by the famous animated series Avatar, The Last Airbender. Israel loved the show growing up, but instead of bending elements, he bends fighting styles. Kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, MMA. He mixes them all together into a unique masterpiece, making him the Last Stylebender. Max Holloway's nickname is simple. Blessed. Why? Because Max believes everything he achieved came from gratitude, hard work, and blessings in life. Despite growing up in difficult circumstances, he reached the very top of the UFC. For Max, every victory is a blessing, and every challenge is another opportunity. Khabib's nickname, the Eagle, comes from his homeland in Dagestan. Eagles symbolize strength, freedom, and dominance. Just like an eagle swooping down on its prey, Khabib would pressure opponents relentlessly. Once he grabbed hold of them, escape was nearly impossible. Some fighters win. Justin Gaethje creates highlights. Every fight is chaos. Every punch is dangerous. Every moment feels like a movie scene. Fans began calling him the highlight because whenever he fights, something unforgettable usually happens. Nate Diaz is deeply connected to Stockton, California. He proudly represents his hometown everywhere he goes. While many fighters became famous for punches and kicks, Nate became legendary for the Stockton Slap, a move that somehow became one of the most recognizable attacks in MMA history. Nate Diaz is deeply connected to Stockton, California. He proudly represents his hometown everywhere he goes. While many fighters became famous for punches and kicks, Nate became legendary for the Stockton Slap, a move that somehow became one of the most recognizable attacks in MMA history. Diamonds aren't created under easy conditions, they're formed through pressure. And that's exactly why Dustin Poirier became the Diamond. Every setback, every loss, every war inside the octagon only made him stronger, just like a diamond. Long arms, lightning-fast reflexes, and a style that trapped opponents before they even realized what was happening. That's how Anderson Silva became known as the Spider. His movements looked effortless, but for opponents, getting caught in his web was a nightmare. From the Notorious to the Spider, every nickname tells a story. Some came from childhood, some came from hometowns, and others were earned through unforgettable moments inside the cage. So here's the question, which UFC nickname is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more MMA stories. See you in the next one.